Hello guys, I am Pallavi Sonkar and you guys are watching LawPutra. So the topic for the day is all contracts are agreements, but not all agreements are contracts. So guys, let's get started. And to explain that, I would first make the concept of agreement clear. So what does an agreement mean? I would like to take the help of the Indian Contract Act 1872. The section 2E states that an agreement is a promise or a set of promise forming consideration for each other is known as an agreement. So basically, an agreement is offer plus acceptance plus consideration for each other. So what does consideration mean? Consideration actually means a barter system. It's like something for exchange of something. So is this concept clear for you guys? So, for an example, this is A, and A has offered to sell his bike at 70,000 to B, the other party, and B accepts the offer of A, and then this offer and acceptance together becomes a set of promise. Okay, and this set of promise is then treated as an agreement between the two parties. So basically, an agreement is offer plus acceptance forming consideration for each other. I hope this is clear for you guys. So now let's move on to the topic of contract. So what does a contract mean? So the Indian Contract Act 1872 section 2H describes the contract as an agreement that is enforceable by law. So when there is an agreement and if there is a lawful obligation, then this together becomes a contract. An agreement to become a contract must give rise to lawful obligation. That means that it must have lawful consideration for each other. Both the parties should have an intention of making the agreement legal. And to explain this, I would take the help of the very leading case. Actually, it's a landmark case and you guys must remember it because it's very important. Balfour versus Balfour, 1990. So in this case, there was a person named Mr. Balfour. He was employed in Ceylon and his wife, owing to bad health, could not accompany him to Ceylon. So she had to stay back in England. So his husband, Mr. Balfour, had promised to pay her 30 pounds every month. So one day he failed to do that. So his wife filed a suit against him, and to recover the amount he had failed to pay her. So the court held that this was a mere domestic agreement between the two, husband and wife. And then the promise was not made with an intention of lawful obligation or any legal consideration for each other. So in this case, the intention of not to create any legal obligation was clear from the conduct of this party. So the court held that this was just a mere domestic agreement. So I hope the concept of contract is clear. Contract basically is an agreement that is enforceable by law. It has a legal obligation to it. An agreement can be of various types, maybe religious, political, social, or legal. But can all the types be enforced by law? No. And that is because not all agreements are made with an intention to make a legal obligation to it. See, not every agreement is made thinking that if a party fails to fulfill the promise, he or she can sue him or take him to the court. No, this is not the scenario, right? Not every agreement is made with a lawful intention. So, to form a contract, there must be a legal obligation to it. There must be an intention to make a lawful obligation to it. There must be lawful consideration for each other. So to explain that, I would like to give you an example. An example of a social agreement. This is Mr. Ramesh and this is Mr. Suresh. So it's Ramesh's birthday party today. So he invites Suresh for his birthday and Suresh accepts the offer and says that he'll definitely be coming to the party. But due to some work, he could not attend the party of Ramesh's birthday. So can Ramesh file a suit against Suresh? No, right? Because it was a mere social agreement. Ramesh cannot sue Suresh for not coming to his birthday party because there was no lawful obligation to it. There was no intention to make the agreement lawful. So it can be concluded that agreements can be of various types, but not every agreement is made with an intent to create a legal relationship. So the agreements which create legal relationship are known as contracts. So, all contracts are agreements, but not all agreements are contracts. I hope this concept is clear for you guys. So, if you like the contents of LawPutra, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.